Scent memory is so powerful. And so when it comes to your wedding perfume, you really want to make sure that you're picking something that feels like you, is unique, and will forever remind you of the most special day. This is something you do not want to get wrong. Hi everyone, I'm Annie G and welcome to my channel where the scents are sweet and the takes are spicy. It's my job to make sure that you are never overspending on anything, let alone perfume. And today I am so excited because I have my bride's guide to picking a wedding perfume. There's a lot to think about when planning a wedding, but I do think a wedding perfume is such an important aspect of the bridal experience because scent memory is so strong. When you're picking your wedding perfume, you want to make sure that it feels like you enjoy wearing it, it fits the vibe, and every time you smell it for the rest of your life, you'll think positively about your wedding experience. Today, I'm going to be going through tips and tricks for picking out a wedding perfume, things to consider when picking your wedding perfume, and then most importantly, some very unique, different, not typically recommended scents so that you will smell like no one else. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm here for you Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Okay, let's talk about picking your wedding perfume. I love weddings. I love marriage. This is so fun. This is so fun for me. So, when do you start looking for your wedding perfume? I personally would start 6 months prior. Maybe not the full year prior because your tastes really do change over time. So there's a chance that last year you really like this perfume and then your wedding day comes around and you're like, oh no. So I would start anywhere from 3 to 6 months prior to your wedding. This gives you enough time to look, to try different things and really give them all a full sample and a full wear test. And that is one of the most important things, is wear this thing multiple times, try a bunch of different things, give them at least 2 to 3 wearing experiences so that you can get a feel for them at night, during the day, because you will be wearing this scent all day. So you need to understand how it performs in different scenarios during the day, when you're getting ready, and then at night, maybe when you're out to dinner dancing, just to see how it does and if it changes with your skin chemistry. So start early and give it multiple wear tests. And then most importantly, how do we choose a wedding perfume? First of all, wear whatever the hell you want, okay? However, if you're like, I don't know where to start, 2 really easy places to start are season and venue to help you kind of guide towards which vibe of scent you should look for. For example, are you getting married on the beach in August? Okay, that might steer you more towards a light, fresh, clean, nothing too heavy, something maybe a little tropical floral. Or are you getting married New Year's Eve, dead of winter in the city? That might gear towards something a little bit more glamorous, a little bit more sweet and winter spicy. I don't know. But I think that's a really good place to start. If you're getting married in the spring, in the mountains, maybe something a little aromatic and a little floral. So really think about the vibe of your wedding and how you want to feel on that day. Do I want to feel sexy and fierce? Do I want to feel romantic and hyper feminine? Do I want to feel relaxed and just chilled out at peace? Do I want to feel happy, giddy, excited? All these different things together between the season, the venue, and how you want to feel on the day of your wedding can help you guide towards different perfumes, different scent profiles, and different vibes. Another thing to consider is longevity and performance. Now, typically, some people say this doesn't matter. I personally think on your wedding day, it really does matter. You're so busy, you're running around. There's so much to do. The day goes so fast. You barely have time to go to the bathroom and refresh your lipstick. So like, you need to be able to spray yourself before the ceremony, before pictures, and just not think about it for the rest of the day and just smell gorgeous for the full 8, 10, 12-hour event. So I do think longevity and performance is something important to consider, unless you can get a travel, sneak it in the clutch or something, have one of your bridesmaids or groomsmen tuck it away for you so you can fresh up. But I just think on a day like a wedding day, that's not something you want to have to be worrying about, is refreshing your scent. So longevity and performance is a consideration. And this is probably the most important thing when picking a wedding perfume. Is make sure it feels like you and not just what is trendy. If you are someone who prefers a super dry, woody, peppery, not typically feminine scent, go for it. Wear that. Most of the time, what's recommended for wedding perfumes are white florals. But if you're not a white floral person, don't wear a white floral. Really try and find scent profiles and perfumes that really feel like you and that really make you feel beautiful, whatever that means. So that's the biggest mistake I think you could make when buying a wedding perfume, is buying because it's trendy and it's popular and it's recommended everywhere, but it doesn't really feel like you. Lastly, while you should be wearing whatever you want to wear, on your wedding day, I do think it's important that your partner also really love that scent on you. You know, that's like the whole reason you're there. That's the whole reason you're there is to like marry each other. So like it would be nice if they liked it on you too. So I do think that's a consideration. Might be a fun activity to be like, hey, I picked this one out. What do you think? They can help you find your scent and then they love it on you too. And then every time you wear it, they're also reminded of your special day. So I do think it's important to take your partner's opinion into consideration on just this occasion. Any other day, who cares what other people think? Wear what you want. But this is the one time where I'm like, nah. They should probably like it too, so. And now the fun part, here are some very unique, a little different perfume recommendations for your wedding based off bride vibes. So I've broken these into categories based on how you might want to feel or your vibe as a bride. And the best part, in all of these categories, all of these perfumes, there is at least one option under $100. I know weddings are expensive, so I've got you covered. The first category, we have our romantic and feminine brides. Okay, these are what we might think of a traditional feminine feeling perfume, very soft and elegant, very romantic. My first recommendation is Roses au Sucre by Plastilis. This is a beautiful sugared rose citrus violet fragrance. Feels a little bit like Celeste in that it has this ethereal, almost princess vibe, but it is very grown at the same time. It has a talc note in it, which I think gives it this powdery elegance. The notes are vanilla, talc, rose, musk, raspberry, violet, lemon, and jasmine. It is a beautiful, bright, light, sugared purple floral and definitely gives me romance. Second recommendation is Faire L'amour by Maison Martin. This is a beautiful, soft, white floral, juicy pear with a little bit more depth. It is what I would consider a traditional fruity white floral, but done in a very cool, more artistic way. It doesn't smell generic. It doesn't smell designer. But if you like a Miss Dior, or if you like those more typically recommended designer fragrances for weddings, I think you'll really, really like Faire L'amour by Maison Martin. Next feminine romantic perfume recommendation is Prétends Blanc by Maison Mataha. Beautiful, musky orange blossom with a little bit of gourmand sweetness in there. It reminds me a lot of a more modern, updated Dior Addict. It has that musk orange blossom feel. Very elegant, very romantic, very feminine. Has a little bit of vanilla in there as well. The top notes, orange blossom and grapefruit, very citrusy and bright at the opening. Mid, jasmine sambac, white tea, and at the base, vanilla and sandalwood. The white tea keeps it really fresh. It's a really beautiful fragrance, especially for a wedding day. Really great performance too. And lastly, for our romantic feminine brides, Scenic Rose by Letta. This is a watery, dewy rose with a matcha tea and strawberry note. It's very unique and fresh and light, but still so sweet and yummy and floral and girly. It is a really beautiful perfume, a little lighter wearing, but would be great for a spring, early summer wedding. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Next category are for our clean minimalist brides. These are brides who like clean lines, no clutter. Everything is simple, elegant. Maybe your wedding colors are just white and cream. That's kind of the vibe. First recommendation, Parisian Musk. Beautiful fragrance from Matier Premier. It is a creamy, green, figgy, musky fragrance. The top note is cedar, middle note ambrette or muskmallow, and then the base you have ambretlohide, ambroxan, and musk. That ambroxan in the base really helps it last and fill the room while still being a fresh, light, musky fragrance. It smells like spring in Paris, super elegant and chic and cool, but still very simple and very lovely. Next recommendation is a Rency from Chambre 52. This is a beautiful clean laundry fragrance in the same vein as Sur te Lève by D'Orsay. I will say that Sur te Lève I think is a little overdone and a little overplayed. I personally don't love it that much. To me, for a clean fragrance, Rency is much more unique and much more interesting. It has that kind of soapy clean laundry feel. The notes, in no particular order: musk, lychee, rose oxide, sandalwood, geranium, amber, milk, angelica, rodinal, and cedar. So it's a little woody, a little molecular, but it has juicy tart lychee, a little creamy from that milk. It is so beautiful and so elegant, clean, crisp, and beautiful for a wedding perfume. Last recommendation for our clean minimalist brides is L'Adore d'Ort by Facent. This is another gorgeous orange blossom clean linen fragrance. It feels very youthful and a little juicy, but still clean laundry, what you would typically think as fresh pressed white collared shirt. The notes are orange blossom, aldehydes, white musk, linen, petitgrain, citron, bergamot, and lemon. Really bright, so beautiful, and very affordable. Now, these recommendations are for my glamorous brides, okay? These are brides who they're taking full advantage of being the center of attention for a day. And my first recommendation is the It Girl L'Entrée Rouge. Spicy, hyper sweet, so sexy, thick, attention grabbing, and so glamorous. Top notes: ginger, blood orange. Middle notes: tuberose, jasmine, and pimento leaf. A little spicy, bubblegummy, sweet. Base: patchouli, sandalwood, and vetiver. It is so gorgeous and lasts forever, and you can get it at a really affordable price for being a designer. Second, this is the one that if I could do it all over again would be my wedding perfume. I got married on New Year's Eve and I picked Eau Rose from Diptyque because I just liked it the most at the time. But knowing what I know now, I would have picked Vanilla Powder Extrait. For the glamorous bride, this is so sexy and comforting and soft and so delicious and come hither without being overly floral or traditional. The notes: vanilla, coconut powder, tonka bean, white musk, and palo santo. It is addictive, it lasts forever, and it's just so gorgeous. Third recommendation for my glamorous brides, and the most affordable option, is Anna Abiyad Scarlet by Lattafa. This is an inspired fragrance by Louboutin's Fétiche La Rose, which is one of the sexiest perfumes of all time. It is a ginger cherry rose fragrance, so sexy, lasts so long, is so unique and glamorous, attention grabbing, and just so fun to wear. Top notes are black cherry and pink pepper. Mid notes: white rose, peony, tonka, and nutmeg. The base notes: patchouli, sugar, vanilla, and caramel. It is so delicious and so affordable and so sexy. Next category is our cool modern brides. These brides are doing things a little bit different. Maybe they're just eloping at the courthouse and then having a party somewhere, or maybe getting married in an old haunted movie theater, that kind of vibe. First recommendation, La Brada Morphie by The Hellenist. This is a watery, woody, sweet violet fragrance. It smells so unique. It is soft and floral, but still woody and rich and delicious, and still has a light, watery feel. It's not too dense. The top notes are violet leaf, heliotrope, and peach. Middle notes: iris, violet, hazelnut. Base: cashmeran, vanilla, and tonka bean. So unique, so delicious, and so beautiful. Second is Spirit of Mojave from Juliana's Perfume. This is an inspired fragrance of Mojave Ghost from Byredo, and it is so good. If you're trying to save a little bit of money, I highly, highly recommend Spirit of Mojave if you love that really cool Byredo DNA. This is a sweet sandalwood, musky, woody fragrance. Top notes sapodilla, which is a desert fruit, and ambrette. Middle notes magnolia, sandalwood, and violet. Base ambergris, cedar, and musk. So it still has that musky sexiness, but it's got something unique going on and has that cool girl Byredo feel. Also, Spirit of Mojave, Juliana Perfumes version, lasts forever. It is so well performing and only $40. Third is Matchbox Romance from Binaural. This is a incense rose, so well done, so unique. It is still floral, but a different kind of floral. Top notes cinnamon leaf, cardamom, fennel. Middle notes rose de mai, vanilla, and carnation. Base notes tobacco leaf, olibanum, and Haitian vetiver. It's woody, it's incensey, but that rose is so sweet and jammy. It is a beautiful perfume. And then last recommendation for my cool modern brides, Heresy by Chapel Factory. This is a beautiful incense Palo Santo green fragrance. It's like nothing I've ever smelled. It's fresh, it's interesting, it's intriguing, and so cool. Top notes incense, black pepper. Middle notes violet leaf, sandalwood, and cedar. Base notes guaiac wood, vetiver, and patchouli. Earthy, green, watery, and so cool. And then last but not least, this is for the fun bride. This is for the bride who likes to have a good time. She's trying to have the time of her life. She's not worried about anything. And even if this isn't you, if you want to feel like that and act like that on your wedding, these perfumes might help give you that happy-go-lucky fun vibe. First recommendation, Ban de Minuit by Maison Montaigne. This is a really fun, soapy cherry fragrance. It smells like you're taking a bath at a tropical resort outside in one of those bungalows that's over the water, and you're using a really delicious cherry bubble bath. So you get this salty sea with the cherry bubble bath. It is so beautiful and so fun. The top notes are cherry, aquatic notes, and strawberry. Mid is jasmine, manoi oil, burnt sugar, and almond. And then the base is leather, vanilla, and cashmere wood. So fun, so unique, a little sexy, a little cheeky, a little playful. Highly recommend. Second recommendation is Love-O-Matic by Room 1015. This is literally a laundry fragrance that smells a little bubblegummy. It is bubbly, it is fun, it's still clean and chic and a little musky, but that bubblegum gives it something cheerful and playful and a little sexy about it. Top notes, strawberry, lemon, blackcurrant. Middle notes, ozonic notes and bubblegum. And then base, musk, ambrette, and cedar. It sounds juvenile, but it really is not. It is so elegant and fun and just so fun to wear. This would be a really, really cool wedding day scent, I think. Next recommendation for our fun brides, Tilia. Tilia, the most beautiful yellow floral of all time. You cannot be in a bad mood when you smell Tilia. Not to mention, the performance is insane. Without a doubt, one of the best performing perfumes on this entire list. Top notes, linden blossom, jasmine, broom. Middle notes, heliotrope, orange blossom, vetiver. Base notes, ambrofix, and Georgie wood. That ambrofix just fills the room. It is feminine, it's bright, it's joyful, but still so chic and elegant and put together. If I got married in the summer during the day, this would absolutely have been my wedding perfume. I love it and think it is such a fun, beautiful, playful bridal scent. And then last but not least, Love Delight by Amouage. It's all in the name. This is a beautiful, lovely, happy, sunshiny scent that really makes you feel that giddiness that being in love makes you feel. It is so gorgeous. The top notes, ginger, mandarin, cinnamon, rosewater. Middle notes, heliotrope, jasmine, more rose. Base, vanilla, cacao, rum, and cypriol. has a little bit of a tropical feel. I think this would be great for a beach wedding, summer wedding. Honestly, would do really well in the winter though too, because it does wear with a lot of presence. It's not thick or heavy, but it fills a room, and so it could cut through the cold really well. And because of that cinnamon and that cacao, it has a warmth to it. It is so gorgeous, powerful, beast mode. The bottle is so cute, would look so cute in photos. And yeah, love delight. It just literally feels like being in love. So those are my perfume recommendations on top of my tips and tricks for finding your perfect wedding perfume. Some tips for making it last the day of. Make sure you moisturize really well the morning of. Take a long shower, scrub yourself down, exfoliate, put on a nice hydrating lotion, spray yourself down, spray in your hair, bring, if you can, a travel for touch-ups, and then get a cute little picture with the bottle so you remember your get ready for your whole life. Those are my tips and tricks for finding your wedding perfume. Let me know if you need help finding a wedding perfume. I'm happy to give some recommendations. Comment down below. Also, if it would be helpful to have this as like a PDF guide or like a download or something, let me know. I've been thinking about doing that. Is that something you're interested in? Let me know. But yeah, I'm happy to help give you some recommendations. If you just let me know what you're looking for down below, when's your wedding, how you want to feel, and I'll do my best to find some good recommendations for you. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.